Assalamu alaikum, friends. How are you? How the things are going on? Look, there are lot of friendships, relationships which have been turned sour. There are many business partnerships. There are many marital relationships. There are so many other situations where people are living or working together, going together, two or more of these, and now there is a sort of dispute, a trouble between these people, and they are fighting or quarreling with each other. They are at odds with each other. They are unable to go along comfortably and happily. And now this is the situation which has become a bit complex and which has turned sour. Now there is a need that this should be resolved and this should be taken. How could it be taken? Either how could it be resolved? Either by force or because somebody is very clever and cunning, another someone else is a very resourceful person. Should it be depending upon any of these things? I think absolutely wrong. What we need to do here is that we need to take it and we need to negotiate with each other amongst the participants, amongst the people, and then only we should come to a resolution of these things. I think that this is not an uncommon situation, rather it keep happening everywhere else, here every now and then, here and there. So I think that it should be taken very seriously and very sensibly as well. Let's try to understand how it could be done, how it could be done, how could it be resolved, and through the negotiation. Today we are going to talk about the negotiation and the four principles of it, the four principles of the negotiation. I think if at all we are carrying it on according to these principles, most of the issues, most of the trouble between the people, two or more, can be resolved. And first of all, before going toward the four principles, I think that we need to understand what kind of solution do we want out of this. Do we want a kind of lose win situation, that one person is losing and a person is losing and B person is winning, or the B is losing and A is winning, or both of these are losing? So the fourth position is that it should be a win-win situation, and it should be a win-win for all the parties. Nobody loses, and that issue has been resolved in a justified manner. Four principles of negotiation. What are these, by the way? First of all, it is separate the person from the issue. Separate the person from the issue. What usually does happen, that wherever there are issues with someone else, we start hating that particular person. We become angry about that particular person. Our feelings get developed. Now these feelings are really bad, and if at all we are carrying the feeling, and we have taken it to the negotiation table, I think that will spoil all that. So for this purpose, we need to separate the person and we need to take the issue away. We need to look upon it objectively, rationally, and logically. Separate the person from the issue so that the issue could become a neutral one. And not only this thing, rather it will be even better that if at all not only we do separate the other person from the issue, we should be separating ourselves from the issue as well, so that we are better and totally able to focus and to concentrate upon it in an objective manner. Number two, negotiate not position focused but interest oriented. What is this, by the way? And there is a very simple example, like two people are having a public sector job. They are the government servant. Both of these are clerk in the same department. One is posted in Peshawar and the other is posted in Lahore. Now the Peshawar person want to be in Lahore because of certain reason, and the Lahore person want to be transferred to Peshawar. And I think it is very easier because they can be transferred. They can have a mutual transfer. So it is said that simple. Now there is another very good example which is commonly put forward. There is a pumpkin and three people who are claiming their right upon it, and all these people actually own it. Now the trouble is how to divide it, either to cut it into equal three pieces or any other solution. Now upon after discussing it thoroughly and deeply, we have come to after discussing it deeply, we have come to know that one person want the seeds of it, another person want the skin of it for certain need to, and the third one want the pulp of it. I think it has become very easy now because all three these people are going to get whatever they genuinely need, and instead of equally cutting it into the three pieces, so this solution is even better because they are able to better fulfill their needs. Now the third is develop criteria, principle, law that a solution must fulfill before going toward a solution. I think it is very important, it is very useful, and it will make the things much easier if at all we jointly and with the consensus we develop a principle, we develop a criteria, and we develop a principle, and according to this principle, every solution which does appear either by one person or the other party, we need to wait, keeping in view that particular principle. It is like the government has made the laws, and the government has made the laws. Now two persons are fighting with each other, squabbling, contending, and they go to the court. What does the court will do? The court will look it into the law, the relevant law, and then will weigh the position, the claim of each of the party, will be able then only the court will be able to, the court will be able to decide which one is better and closer to according to the law of the land. In the same manner, if at all we have succeeded in developing a principle, a law, any standard or criteria first, which will be agreed, which must be agreed by upon all the people, lead all the participants, all the parties, all the disputants, and later on, whatever solution is being presented by any of the parties should be weighed upon that particular criteria, standard, or law. I think it will make the things much easier. Number four, you should have different options, as many options as it is possible. Why? So that we are better able to choose the best option. We are better able to choose the best option. I think that is something which should be kept in the mind, that the more options we do have, the better option we will be able to choose. I think this is very important. Not only that we need to devise, by using our own creativity, by using our own ingenuity. I think that we should be crafting as many as as many options as humanly as it is possible, and then being able to choose the best of that. It is like if at all somebody want to travel from Peshawar to Lahore. Now, what are the options available? They can go on their own private transport. They can hire a taxi. They can go by the public transport like a bus. They can take the train, or can even go by aeroplane. Now, even the very wild option like going on the motorbike, and even more wild option like going on foot. So that is also a possibility. And list as many. of the possibilities and the options as it is possible, and then only going toward, then keep rejecting one by one, and then one will be left, and that will be the best one. I think that we need to do the same thing here, and it is not as complicated. If at all there is a kind of dispute between us, I think then this dispute can be resolved. It is quite possible, but simply we need to adopt the right way. Thank you.